What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stranded Deep. Look at this, down the bottom, 3201, and this is actually a stable build. I can't remember what my world is, but we're going to jump into it, discuss some of the updates, and then I think that's it. That's pretty much it. This is just going to be an update video. Now, to keep it real short, this includes the experimental build 29, 30, and 31. What each one of those was. 29 was the player status effects. 30 was the what was it? The weather update? No, 31 was the weather update. 30 was the plank station and the new crafting menu. Oh, this is my pyramid of awesomeness. Right on. Okay, so we got lots of goodies here. This here, we have the plank station. Storms are going to be a thing. What else? Let's take a peek. Let me just go off camera. You guys will still have the music going on in the background. But basically what it was is update 29, the experimental branch was player effects, the water skin, and the plank station update. 30 was the quick crafting menu update, and 31 was the weather update. So what we saw with all this was the updated weather events to now save and load the state correctly. Less attempts to start a campfire, required crafting to use only the items in front of you rather than being kind of all around you. The clay water bottle, the servings is from 4 to 5. You can actually do walls, arches, and doors. You can allow 180-degree rotation when placing them, and even better, the sail and the motor placement, you can actually use rotating keys on that as well. So they do have lightning with the large ocean waves. They got logs you can turn into the planks, leather water skin, which in my eyes really isn't beneficial. If you've got the clay, make yourself one of the water bottles, because it's just too expensive for the water skin the way it was originally. But we will take a peek at that. Now, the player effects, we've never really experienced how bad they are. But apparently sunburn we've gotten, cold we've gotten, but apparently there's heat stroke and flu. They're long-term effects, and they're not meant to annoy, but definitely there. Adds feedback with sound effects and animations, which is where he stretches out his arm and does something stupid. So we're going to take a peek around here. Let's see if we can get a couple of these things going. So we got the leather, and here's the hold down the, by default, the C key. See, we could do, oh yes, this is one thing that they did fix. In this world, we were having problems. Of course, I can't do that because I have, there. We were having problems with putting the sticks. Well, I guess I have sticks on me, so where to go there? Oh crap. Why would you go do that? Oh, totally missed. What do we have in our inventory anyways? We got one stick now instead of two. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But they replaced the, you're now able to place hooks on all the old builds, which was nice because we were having problems with putting hooks in here, which we're going to put a hook on the side or the hook on the top so we can hang up these lanterns, which is phenomenal. We had a plank crafting station, I believe. No, we never did the experimental build here, so we won't have it. We had the house right here. So I'm gonna sleep, and I'll bring you guys back when it's daytime. We're gonna build the crafting station for the planks and anything else we can. So I'll gather up the resources and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we just picked up the last little bit that we need to be able to craft this thing. And just so you guys can see, first thing we got to do, crude hammer. Next thing, okay, it won't let us do it. We go into structures, and down the bottom, oh, because I need a piece of a lashing. But it's going to take a refined axe, a crude hammer, 4 sticks, and 1 wood log to be able to make this thing. I do have lashings somewhere. Might be, where the heck are all my little thingy things? You know what I'm talking about, these things. Fibrous leaves. There's 2. Come on, we only need 2 more. I think I might have some over here. Grab these and get these guys going. Of course. Only 1. Yeah, stupid thing. Where else? There's gotta be 1 somewhere. Alright everybody, we're back, and I have everything we need now to be able to make this thing. Let me just drop this on the ground. Pick this guy up instead. I don't know if we need the hammer to make it, but what this actually takes... nope, we go into here, and... no... crafting, structures, and then we had all the... come on. Thank you. And we go all the way down to the bottom. Right there, it takes a refined axe, crude hammer, 4 sticks, 1 wood log, and 1 lashing. And then you get this beautiful looking thing, which, why don't we just put right over here? Why not? Not gonna work, is it? Because that sticks in the way. You stupid thing. Alright, why don't we put it over here? I don't understand the hitboxes of these things. Why not? There. Well, looks pretty nice, don't you think? Very interesting. Okay, so that was, we've actually played with all this stuff before. And I think we might have a sunburn. No. We were cold at night. Oh my god, look at all the lashings. I was looking for these, but yeah, we got lots. So that basically took everything from my inventory to be able to make. The other thing that you guys might be interested in is the... let's see, back into crafting, and it would be in this section right here. Where are you? Right here, a water skin. So in order to do that, you need a tanning rack, 2 pieces of leather, and a stick. So in order to get leather, you do need to kill one of the pigs that's running around, or a shark, to be able to get that. Also, the tanning rack, which is another one of our structures, is 4 sticks and 4 lashings, all just so that you can get some water. Otherwise, you can get yourself some clay, some sticks, and some lashings, and go back into, I guess it might be tools. Where are you? Right here, water bottle. After you've made the furnace, you get 2 pieces of clay, and you get yourself a lashing. That is also new. Days survived, 55. They've done new death animations. They've done a new death message. They've put in the storms, which I'm sure we're actually going to experience pretty soon, because they kind of happen every day now. And what they said is the shoreline, they've changed the way that it generates from this point forward. So if you've already used an existing world, when the waves start, you'll actually see them start from where this is right here, that little ridge where it drops right off. And the waves kind of generate out of nothingness and go over that way kind of thing, rather than come in and lash up against the shore. So that is something that they're, you know, if you're okay with starting a new world, then that's something you can get. There you go. That's another status effect. The thing that they've taken away now is on the main screen here. There is no Celsius or Fahrenheit for temperature. It just tells you the date and how many days you've survived. Although January 2nd, when did I actually crashed in November? It's kind of weird. Regular stats and then your status effects, which this will show you, you know, sunburn and potentially heat stroke if you stay out in the sun too long. What else have we added in here? We got the water skin, we got the plank station, and with the plank station, basically all you do is you bring a log over, and if you stand right in front, you can basically go into your crafting section. I wonder, no, be under planks, there it is. You get the wood log, and then you have your plank station in front of you, and you get 1 plank for each wood log that you have. So just a great way to be able to get other kinds of resources. The planks, right now I have a series going on where we're trying to build a mushroom house entirely out of planks. Going to be pretty tough to do, but I figured, what the hell, why not? So that's pretty much it for the update, guys. They have done a few other little new day notification, which we did, new damage indicators. It's a little bit of like a red curve that you'll see from where you're getting damaged, whether it be above, below, beside, left or right, whatever. I guess one of the other big things that they did, and the one I'm most excited to get into, it's nothing, like super fantastic, but these guys right here, see how it says wood crate? If you get the labeler and you were to label this thing, you can actually put whatever you want and it would show up on the outside of this thing. So if you happen to have something on the inside, beans, and you had the label maker, you could put beans and it would show up as beans on the outside of the crate. That was another cool thing. I'm really glad they did that, because it's going to make it so much easier for us to be able to see what the heck's going on. The icons and the crafting menu, they've updated those. They did a few fixes with the ocean colors, most sensitivity, which you could see it was a little bit off, so that's there. Fixed not being able to place hooks and shelves from previous builds. And what else? Let's see, the storm weather affected quick crafting menu. So if you have a hammer equipped or a hoe versus open hand, the crafting menu does change. To give you an example, we put a hammer in front of us and we go here, there's nothing there. So if we were to take one of these guys, let's see, where do I have some sticks? I think they're over here. Yeah, right here, just lying on the ground. We got 4 sticks. So we got 4 sticks in the lashing, holding a hammer. We hold down the quick crafting, you can see we got all the different kinds of walls and some foundations and a wood floor. If I take that out of my hand and hold down quick crafting, now I have, the kindling spear, fishing spear, bow, spear gun, campfire, and a hook. So they do change based off of what you have. And if I had a hoe in my hand, basically what would happen, it would show you garden, different type of a garden that you could make. And that in itself is pretty cool. It does kind of go back to the way it used to be about 10 updates ago, 15 updates ago. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. There's really not, there's a lot of changes, but there's not a lot more that I could show you. Maybe what I can do is I'll cut right here quickly and I'll show you guys what the storm looks like when it hits. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, here it is, it's coming. Didn't actually take that long to come and hit. I might be, maybe a minute or less away, but this is how it starts. Typical little rainstorm, and you're like, oh wow, okay, it's raining, no big deal. And then you start to see the water out there get a little choppy. The wind picks up, and then within about 30 seconds all hell breaks loose. And it's like, oh no. If this was the cause of me crashing, I am very, very scared. But now you can see what I'm talking about. These waves are just insane. How they start right at the edge like that there. Might even be able to see it pop up on top of the foundation here, depending on how it is and where we are. But that's where that shoreline is right there, and that's how it actually goes. But you can see it does make a huge difference in what's showing and what's not showing. But right now it's a little awkward just because of the way the shoreline is. They say that is fixed in brand new world. So if you do have that problem and you can't stand it, my advice, start a brand new world if you can, and you'll get rid of all that weirdness that's there. But this is the craziness that is, and definitely makes it very difficult to drive around in your boat. I'll quickly show you guys that if I can find my boat. But the overall effect and everything like that with the flashing lightning, very, very cool. The only thing I'm not enjoying is the fact that basically this thing happens now like every day or every other day. And it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying, not gonna lie. But we got my big boat here. I'm gonna take this beast out into the water. We'll see how this reacts to what is right now. Because this is a huge boat. This should not have any problems whatsoever with this storm. But we were having problems last time because basically the boat would launch off of waves and you would submerge yourself in water. I don't know if we're going to be able to... Yep, we made it. Oh, we didn't make it. Oh, come on. Okay, let me get off the boat. Okay, I want to turn around. See if we can get right out into the thick of it here. And this is actually a thing too. If you are close to shore and there is a rock or something underwater, you will beach yourself on it if the water happens to dip at that time. But you guys will see potentially how water affects the boat, and it now goes through the boat. If you hit the wave at the right point, you could potentially launch yourself pretty good. This boat might be too big, but you can see the waves are still going through me, like a person through me. So, I mean, awesome effect. I'm totally for it. If they could reduce the frequency, that would be amazing. And if they could fix the way that you interact like this here, where, like this part, I like. The fact that your whole boat goes underwater like this, I'm not a big fan of. But I get how they're trying to get it, you know, more realistic, and it's a good start. We'll say it's a good start, but that's going to do it for this little update episode, guys. We're going to return back to our experimental world in the next video. We're going to continue building the mushroom house, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, you already know what to do with that like button. And if you haven't hit the sub button yet, do that before you go. You get to see a ton of videos every single day, and I do live stream over on mixer.com/shows504. Take care.
Very simple.